this the whole time.
I'm gonna try.
Hi, I'm Max Mario,
I'm Natalie Mario.
I'm Thomas Mario.
and together we would just really like Andrew to dial it. This is a problem. He had coffee this morning, so
Yahoo!
he's kind of disassociating.
Yes, Luigi's already given you the spiel about our QR code, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Because you all know Mario, because it's me. And he's not just a character specialist. Everyone knows Mario. More people know Mario than Ronald McDonald, or even Mickey Mouse. But where did you meet Mario for the first time? Well, if you're a child, you may have met him from a movie. If you're a normal person, you probably met him through a game. And if you're older than me, you might have met him under more tragic circumstances.
Hey, that movie's great.
Tragic circumstances.
Great movie.
Or if your doctor's office was great.
Why was your doctor's office at McDonald's?
You know, it's American healthcare.
Who are you, the president?
Well, but regardless of how you met Mario, you know he's a good time. So we're gonna go through Mario in all of his appearances in non-video game media, and we're gonna find which ones are good and which ones are bad.
So we're going to start off our discussion of Mario Media with the first instance of a Mario Media project. And I would like to just ask the audience real quick, what do you think the first thing Mario was in was that wasn't a video game? Yeah.
A movie? A pinball machine.
Sorry, like a show. A show or movie. What's the first show or movie
I
called?
was thinking the live action.
No, it's Saturday Super Kid.
Oh yeah.
This aired from 1983 to 1984, and I wouldn't blame you for not knowing that. I mean, there are a bunch of characters on this that aren't Mario. I mean, Q*bert, Frogger, Space Ace all have prime billing. Like, who's Space Ace? What is he from?
Space Ace. He's from the game.
Yeah, that sounds fake.
Am I like the oldest person in the room or something?
I
No offense, you do look like the oldest person in this room.
for what it's worth, I do own Space Ace for the Atari 2600.
No, it was an actual game in a video arcade. So you
Yeah,
could go-
no, I made money as a teenager by buying video game consoles from farmers, flea markets and reselling them online. That's not here or there though. Mario though, he's just DK's +1 in this. Like, why is Mario getting second billing to a kangaroo? Why is a kangaroo here? I don't know. But here at the Foundation for the Eradication of Generation 5 Pokemon, we're dedicated to a very easy to understand and incredibly professional rating system. And that is, of course, pasta ratings. So we're going to give Saturday Super Kid a pasta rating. I'm going to give it a chicken noodle soup because while technically a pasta dish, it is definitely not pasta forward. Also 7.8 out of 10, too much water. Next, we have something you might be more familiar with. In 1986, Mario decided to stop being a bit role in some weird cartoon and get his own feature-length movie.
Yeah.
Now, you might be confused because I said 1986, and for those of you at home, you may know May 28th didn't happen in 1986. That's right, this didn't come out yet. There's a secret third, or technically first Mario movie, which is Mario and the Castle of Cagliostro. Yeah, I was surprised this existed too. The only person I know who knew about this before I told them about it was some guy I played an online Survivor game with, and his grandma just had a VHS copy because why? So don't let the poster fool you though. This movie isn't actually available in English, but fret not. If you follow this QR code, you can find something even better than an official release, a fan dub. That's right, we're gonna party like it's 2001.
Not done by us, sadly.
Yeah, we did not do this fan dub. However, while I say party like 2001, the fan dub came out in 2022 and is somehow notable enough to be mentioned on the Wikipedia article for this movie. And like, how has Nintendo not filed a DMCA claim against this yet? It's kind of telling when even Nintendo's not gonna bother suing you over your fan work. So let's talk about it real quick. Apparently the Mushroom Kingdom is an isekai now. Cool. Mario even opens, the movie even opens with Luigi offering to make Mario some tea before bed, but Mario just ignoring him because, you know, he's fragging some noobs. Mario then gets really close to the screen, and I know our parents, it's like you, probably told your kids if you get too close to the screen, it'll strain their eyes, right? You were lying to them. You get pet turtles and girlfriends. However, then Bowser just walks up to the screen, reaches out, and steals Peach from Mario. Which, like, dude, you could turn off the TV Bowser will stop approaching. What's he gonna do? Come out of it anyway? Oh. Next, Luigi tries to RFK Jr. their dog. Actually, speaking of the dog, turns out he's not actually a dog, but is instead Prince Toadstool. And as soon as he turns into Prince Toadstool, Peach goes from, I love you, Mario, to New Phone, who dis? Like, we've already failed the Bechdel test in this movie, something that I'm pretty sure will not be passed in a single piece of media we discuss or by this panel. But could we at least not be so reductive with Peach? And also, like, she's falling in love with literally every man she sees in this movie, except Luigi. What's wrong with Luigi? He owns a mansion, he knows geography, he believes healthcare should be affordable. We should probably give him some kudos.
Honestly,
He's a cool dude. Wait, sorry, allegedly believes healthcare should be affordable.
Can we not talk about Luigi and talk about the Mario canon? Because I really don't see why Nintendo chose to ignore this one. A lot of Marioisms are sneakily invented here. For example, Bowser looks like Bowser. Peach looks like Peach. I mean, yeah, Luigi is yellow and blue, but to be fair, yellow and blue does equal green. Also,
I love that shocked look on your face, like you didn't realize that was true.
this is the first of many instances of Mario cultural appropriation, so thank you for that. It's not just the design, key personality traits are established, like, you know, Mario being a sellout, Luigi being way too into narcotics, and Bowser being a Tarantino, if you know what I mean. I mean, a notable difference the movie has is that Mario and Luigi work at a grocery store instead of a plumbing business. Only real difference is that they work with food before it's eaten instead of after.
I guess you're right. Like, what did you have for Mario lore before this? Sabe Super Cave didn't count. So I guess we can go to the Prima strategy guide and hope like how Mario handles World 1-1 is who he is as a character. This movie is basically the Similarian of the Mario franchise. Or even better, I think it's Mario's Lost Ark, which kind of explains to what happened to our fifth panelist when he watched it in Japanese. His face melted off. So, RIP that man. Anyway, we're gonna get, the pasta rating for this movie is going to be a mushroom ravioli. It is undeniably pasta, and there are way too many mushrooms.
Alright, next up we're going to talk about one of the originals, the one I'm most excited about, the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. You know, it's a fun cartoon, splits the time between the live-action plot in Brooklyn and the Super Show.
Wait, can I talk about this one?
No.
Fine, Toad, you can talk about it.
Alright. So, us being the industry insiders that we are, met Dan Reba at a convention, and you may ask, who's Dan Reba? He's only the director of 52 episodes of the Super Show, and as you can see, we're all in Mario cosplay.
What are you? Like,
Dungeon Master 19.
I don't think he's Mario.
yeah, that is not a Mario character.
Yeah, but I didn't want to wear the toad hat. So itchy. As you may know, the Super Show has live action segments with random guest stars. And with our industry knowledge, we learned the reason why. And that's because they didn't have the time or budget to fill the entire 22 minutes with outsourced animation. Speaking of these live action segments, who do you think produced them? It's Steve Binder, as you can see there, famous from the Elvis Presley comeback tour. Also the Star Wars Holiday Special. So yeah, the guy who saved Elvis's career is the same guy responsible for the Mario Super Show. And speaking of Elvis, there he is there in one of those many 11-minute animated plots with a game doing something random. And every episode ends with Mario eating spaghetti or something, because he's Italian and the show can't let us forget about that. But they interrupt every episode with an ad cut to The Legend of Zelda, a show so good, I can only assume it was made under similar conditions. And every episode ends with a dance, teaching us how to do the Mario.
But we don't have time to do the Mario.
Yeah, otherwise we make you all do the Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Unfortunately, you're
We're
gonna miss
removing the
out.
only audience interaction.
They can do the Mario on their way outside.
It's a treat for later.
Anyway, the first episode that we're going to talk about the animated show is Mighty McMario and the Pot of Gold. Now, the live action segment starts with a pop idol taking shelter from his mob of stands at the Mario Bros. Plumbing business. And for what feels like the first time, they, like me, have no idea who this guy is. In the cartoon segment, despite the episode title mentioning a pot of gold, it's Plumber's Log 7-Eleven. That last I checked, St. Patrick's Day is not on Slurpee Day. Regardless, I'm choosing the wrong time of year to review this. Mario and his friends are staying in Shamrock Land at the Shamrock Inn. Let's quickly review this stay. Now, it may look cute and quaint on the outside, but it's not secure at all. Koopa and his troop was broken super easily. The furniture, it's falling apart. And there were no shamrock garlands or gold coins strewn about. If it's not at the level of the Christmas Hotel in Crescent City, I'm not interested. 2 out of 5. So it turns out that Koopa stole all the gold coins. So now this leprechaun Murphy is a bad luck magnet who hates himself. Relatable. He blames himself for all of the unlucky things that happen. Like the bench breaking, lunch flying out the window, Mario slipping on the floor. Everybody reacts to this differently. Toadstool comforts him like she's in a Hurt Comfort fanfic. Mario keeps accidentally saying slightly insensitive things. Toad says insensitive things on purpose. These are things he said. And Luigi is just there. In character. They try to steal the gold back from Koopa, and then they get caught, and then they blame Murphy's curse of bad luck for this. But they realize all they have to do is have Murphy pretend to be Koopa's friend and pass the bad luck on to him. Problem solved. So the conclusion of the live action segment is that this guy's name is apparently Rob, and they're gonna have him dress up as Luigi to avoid the paparazzi. Now, I'm not sure how Luigi's gonna get his outfit back, but that's not nearly as important as how cool he seems from the Legend of Zelda show are. You should go watch that.
All right. My episode of the Super Show is Koopa Claus, which sadly did not star Tim Allen and did not have Mario murder Santa to take his place.
I'm fine with it not starring Tim
Truly a
Allen.
disappointment to us all.
No one wants Tim Allen.
The live action segment is very quick. I mean, a small child shows up at our plumbing business pretending to be a traveling salesman, but then he admits that he's actually just running away from home. So we skip any stranger danger comments and go immediately into the animated episode, where Bowser starts off strong. I mean, he's doing his best Grinch impression. He's nailing it, you know? Disguised as Santa, owning his own initialed sleigh, committing war crimes against Santa, you know, checks all the boxes, doing great. So Mario and the gang, they're taking a trip to Hawaii land. Just, they left Toad in charge of directions. So we end up at the North Pole. This is why I never let Toad drive me anywhere. Toad is delighted by this mistake and says, well, as long as we're here, why don't we go visit Santa? It's
I would
totally
never.
mistaken.
I would never.
Yeah. Then Toad tries to roadkill 2 bombs after they almost destroy his Christmas present. Very kind. And by now, Koopa has attacked Santa and frozen the entire workshop release. You know, being at the North Pole, you'd think Santa would have some sort of like defroster or ice protection, but he's too busy being kidnapped to turn that on. So then we get a chase sequence that lasts half the episode, and then Mario rescues Santa with his plunder snake. Ew. And then Toad is fine with Christmas being canceled because he already got his present. Good job, Toad. And then to resolve the live action segment, they feed the child pizza, and then flashback to childhood Mario running away from home.
Luigi's all upright without a mustache.
Is this what happens when you feed your children Italian food? Alright, but anyways, the lesson is don't run away from home because your parents will enjoy their child-free life too much and you don't want to give them that joy. Yes, that is the takeaway. But you know, if you really don't want your kids to learn from home, you should just show them these cool scenes from the live action Zelda show.
I appreciate that he's nodding.
Are you okay? Relax. So, in the episode I watched, it starts with Mario receiving a letter from his old friend Rochelle, who claims she's coming back to marry him, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. What I care about, that right there, the pizza phone. It's a phone within a pizza. Comedic genius. I would die for that pizza phone. Actual episode is called Raiders of the Lost Mushroom, and it starts with another plumber's log, this time being 1938. And you'd think it's a reference to, you know, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nope, Raiders of the Lost Ark takes place in 1936, not 1938. So this is just a reference to World War II.
To be fair, they didn't have Wikipedia back then.
No, they did not. During some lengthy exposition, Mario reveals that they're searching for the Lost Mushroom, an artifact of magical power, and it doesn't go well for them as they crash and land in quicksand. Thankfully, they are rescued by Indiana Joe, and I'm not kidding, this is his character design.
He has no face?
Where's his face? Yeah, our audience knows this too.
I don't know, maybe they ran out of budget for that.
With the belly button?
Completely intentional character design.
Yeah. Why does he have 4 fingers?
Every cartoon character has 4 fingers, right?
Let's find out.
Mario clearly has 5 fingers in every frame.
Alright, another character design they show off is Colonel Von Koopa. And you may think, oh, this isn't that bad. Bowser just got into outdoor casual. It gets worse. Mario and the gang find the Temple of Koopa where the Lost Mushroom is. Mario, being a true grave robber, wants to steal the statue and scram, and Indiana Joe can't because he's afraid of Koopas. So they...
Wait. 5 fingers! No, go back. 5 fingers.
Toad has 4. We need to cut one of yours off.
Who has the knife?
The gang enters anyways, despite the danger, and there they reach the Lost Mushroom, which is about as culturally insensitive as you would think. The rest of the episode happens, they get captured by Colonel Von Koopa, fight lions, and find Indiana Joe, who has quit his dreams and become a babysitter. They then convince Indiana Joe to conquer his Koopaphobia, and just like that, they all leave, leaving the 3 children Indiana Joe is taking care of alone and unattended. So I'm pretty sure someone should call CPS on that. They confront Colonel Von Koopa and whip him with Mario's plumber snake. So first of all, ouch. Second of all, that's disgusting. Do you know where plumber snakes go? And they end the episode. So after they give Colonel Von Koopa every type of hepatitis, they celebrate by giving Indiana Joe's babysitting business a Viking burial. Mario sneaks away, and because he's Italian, wishes to flood the house with pasta. And while this does solve their short-term food shortage, those 3 kids were still in the house. We can only assume they are now dead. Oh yeah, live action B-plot wraps up when it's revealed Rochelle doesn't want to marry Mario, she just wants him to sell her a bathtub. But what she should want to buy are these new scenes from the next Legend of Zelda show.
Thomas, you're the only one of us who didn't review a holiday episode. We have St. Patrick's Day, Christmas, Halloween. I did count Cupola. This episode opens with Mario playing with a basketball at the table like a weirdo, while Luigi is reading a form letter sent back to him from all the fan mail he sent to his favorite magician. The letter mentions how the magician would be really excited for them to meet sometime, and Mario says, "That's ridiculous, it'll never happen." It happens. Honestly though, I'm just happy the pizza phone's still here. The magician then helps Luigi do a spell to disappear the basketball, and it works because, let's be honest, he 100% stole the ball. Mario then says it's Luigi's basketball, Why do they each need their own basketball? Why is Mario playing with Luigi's basketball at the table? Why is Bowser a vampire now? So in this episode, Mario and friends are about to have what seems to be the worst picnic ever. Mario's leftover spaghetti in a dark forest in the rain. And like, you might be going, Mario doesn't seem like someone who would have leftover spaghetti. He appreciates the art of spaghetti. He canonically had 3 orders. This is the leftovers of the 3rd order of spaghetti. If you're gonna order that much spaghetti, just go to Olive Garden. You can get unlimited pasta when you're there, your family. Anyway, not wanting to put up with shit anymore, everyone decides to go to local bed and breakfast to get a nice, succulent Chinese meal. Luigi calls his shot, and he's like, this is a vampire episode, and everyone ignores him. Let's get Luigi a participation trophy. Once inside the castle, Bowser's henchmen decide to bully Toad. Fatal mistake, they call him Toad. So he's like, wait, I know you. It's like, what? You're a toad? That's what he'd call you. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, the yada 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 of the episode, Mario's second set of leftovers. They find what appears to be a wine cellar, but since it's vampires, it should be a blood cellar. But since it's a children's cartoon, it's a garlic-free marinara sauce cellar. Honestly, as long as it's not Merlot. The Koopas turn into were-turtles. They play a game of Katamari Damacy. Mario ruins the plan to sneak out because he has to try the marinara sauce, which doesn't even have garlic in it. What's the point? There are zombie Koopas because, just like me, they've lost the plot. And I can't emphasize this enough, Mario gets waterboarded. Dick Cheney is watching up from hell as we speak. And then they defeat Count Cucula with garlic breath. You might be noticing, I didn't mention someone in most of the episode. That's right, all Luigi does is get his basketball stolen and go, I think this is a vampire episode, and then nothing happens. He's just there. Why do they keep doing Luigi dirty? I'm so upset, and now I have to watch these scenes from The Legend of Zelda.
Luigi wins by doing nothing.
Not this time.
Did Toad even have blood?
Huh?
Does Toad even have blood?
I don't know, but that's there was no blood in the episode. It was marinara sauce. Anyway, I noticed you guys didn't review your Legend of Zelda episode that came with your Mario.
Why would I? It's not about Mario. It's about me.
There was no Toad.
It's
I don't like Zelda.
It's canonically in here. Like, I watched an episode because the Mario Bros. Cartoon told me I would love Zelda. And if I'm doing a Mario Bros. Review, I need to therefore review Zelda. And it starts with me watching Mario, apparently. Pull up an episode, it's like, okay, here's the Mario intro. What's going on? To be fair, there's also a Zelda intro, and they talk about the 2 pieces of the Triforce. Which seems sus to me. Everybody, how many pieces of the Triforce are there supposed to be? Thank you. At least someone here knows about Zelda, except Chris. Chris, get out. So I guess like courage just doesn't count anymore. I don't know. Link does close the intro by saying, well, excuse me, princess, though, so honestly, 7.8 out of 10, too much water. Link has a poster of Zelda on his wall, which is kind of weird.
Wait. Maybe to like give him the benefit of the doubt, his job is to protect the princess. Maybe he's just needs it to remind him what the princess looks like.
He's literally her upstairs neighbor. Now, this might seem a little innocent at first, but I need to note, before this clip, we got a gratuitous slow-mo pan of Zelda in her onesie. And then Link leans out the window to wolf whistle and say how great Zelda looks, especially from this angle. Link, you're canceled. No.
I'm going to go ahead and give the Super Mario Bros. Show a pasta rating of a lasagna. You know, with lots of layers, lots of flavor, bursting with potential. You know, we got the live action
Sexual
layer,
harassment.
we got the Legend of Zelda layer, we got the animated layer, we got the finishing live action layer, and the Super Show intro layer. You know, it's great. There's so much going on. We love it.
It's time to talk about the 4th piece of Mario and Media, which is one I'm sure you've all heard of. Probably not, actually. It's Super Mario's Fire Brigade.
Everyone's like, I love that everyone's like, no, wait, I didn't hear about this one, as if you knew about the Saturday Supercade and the Great Mission to Rescue Princess Toadstool.
Now, as a hipster, it's my job and duty to overrate every single niche piece of media I watch, so I was really excited. What's the show about? Not Mario and Luigi. Instead, we follow these gamer kids who are shooed outside to go touch some grass. As we all know, there's only two things kids can do to entertain themselves: play video games or commit arson. So the girl grabs some sparklers on their way out. Unfortunately, they messed up and lit their dumpster on fire instead of their neighbor's Cybertruck, which did spring firefighters, Mario and Luigi, into action to save the day and teach them about the dangers of fire.
Wait, I'm supposed to learn about fire safety from two plumbers?
You can trust them.
The only person who can give me fire safety is Smokey Bear. I can't learn anything about fire prevention unless the only creature in the world who believes in me is there. Look, there I am with the only person to teach me how to prevent fires, and my friend Joe. I mean, do you trust Mario to teach you about fire prevention? He's red, the same color as fire. And Luigi is green, the same color as fire after you add copper sulfide. Coincidence? I think not.
I mean, you should know about natural gases at the very least.
Also, what about sunshine? What about sunshine?
What about the fire flower?
Fair.
Anyway, the pasta rating for Super Mario's Fire Brigade is raw ziti. There's not much to it. I think it needs some water. But there's actually something else besides fire safety Mario can teach us about, and that's how to not get hit by a car. Like, I hope you can do this, because I've been hit twice, and I think I could use the advice. Like the Fire Brigade, this was a Schools in Japan exclusive. Unlike the Fire Brigade, nobody did their part to preserve it. Only 1 minute of it is available, and everything you can find on it looks like this, or this.
So what you're saying is Mario can no longer teach us how not to get hit by a car.
But Bowser can't teach us about vehicular homicide.
Somebody got a few points for hitting a pedestrian. The pasta rating here is a campanelle because it looks like traffic cones.
All right, the next one I'm going to touch on briefly is another piece of lost media. It's King Koopa's Cool Cartoons, which despite being cool cartoons, was a fully live-action series that came out in 89 to 90, exclusively here in LA. Why did nobody capture it? Come on, guys.
This is the whole-
Could some of you please travel back in time for us on this one?
So, I mean, there's a few minutes of it, and it looks great. Like, you could have told me this is Mario versus the Martians, I would believe you.
Wait, why does Bowser have a poster of Peach and Luigi on his wall?
I don't know, like, why is there a mirror as well?
I think it's because he's inserting himself into the love triangle. The reason Mario's not there is because he knows he can't compete.
Yeah, so cool cartoons, not really existing. So I'm going to give it a pop rating with a canon only, because it might look like something outside, but there's just nothing inside.
Can I talk again?
No.
Oh. Too bad. We now have the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, and it's a direct sequel to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, but let me make this very clear. This show is definitely not super. Episodes are now half the length at 11 minutes instead of 22, so the live action segments, gone. Do the 80s movies parodies? Gone. Do the Mario? Gone. Legend of Zelda? Gone, but you know, that's pretty fair. Link was canceled. What does this show have to bring that's new? More genres. Like, this is apparently a musical, makes sense as Mario Bros. 3 was a stage play. Another thing Mario Bros. 3 brought more of, antagonists. It introduces the Koopalings. But how are we supposed to be anything but annoyed by them? They look and sound like Tiny Toons rejects.
It's like my favorite game for the Sega Genesis. Don't do this to me.
Whoa. What is with the Kooplings hate? Come on, these guys carried the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. Their history needs to be respected and remembered. What a group. We had Cheatsy, the schemer. We had Bully, the gangster. We had Big Man, the big man. We had Cootie Pie, the spoiled brat. We had Kooky, the evil genius inventor. And we had Hip and Hop, who were the same character twice.
Yeah, but like, why have them when you can just have more King Koopa and fit him to fit every
Right.
episode?
Yeah.
Like, it was hilarious seeing Goldfinger Koopa, or Big Bad Wolf Koopa, or Cultural Appropriation Koopa.
Bowser, you have anything to say for yourself?
No comment.
I'm a villain. What do you expect?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see why they switched to the Koopalings after all. So regardless of what my fellow panelists have to say, the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 gets a lasagna. It's very similar to lasagna, with less layers, and it's small and weak, and I want to bully it on the playground like how I was bullied.
I was gonna say, is that why you wear the muscle shirt?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is how I always look.
Okay. When we said we were going to talk about every single instance of Mario in media, we meant it. And that is why we're talking about Lou Albano's safety and self-care PSAs that aired on TV back in '89 through '91. And they're preserved on YouTube. In a video titled, "Every Mario Says PSA So Far." As if this dead man is gonna wake up. What? You think Lou Albano's gonna throw on the overalls again and record another one of these videos?
I believe.
I don't. No, this man is gonna take back the WWE heavyweight title from Cody Rhodes. Anyway, the PSAs weren't very plot heavy. It was just Albano sitting in a chair educating you about locks, guns, and police stations. The only thing particularly notable was that he said kids have rights. Something, I don't know if that's true anymore. I don't know if it was true then. I don't have much use for these PSAs. If I want to learn about safety, I can watch workplace safety videos. If I want to learn about self-care, I can watch Shower Talk. The pasta rating for the Lou Albano PSAs is alphabet pasta for being educational.
I feel like the only letters are COPS. What a narc. Yeah, it's my turn. It's time to talk about what you said you were here for the Super Mario World show. There you go. Are you happy now?
I wasn't here for it. I was just.
You mentioned it.
I mentioned
don't know why. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it. They fully leaned into the dinosaur bit with Yoshi, which, I mean, can you blame them? To the extent where the Mushroom Kingdom, which should be populated with toads, mushroom people, is instead populated by cavemen. Yeah, there's still a monarchy. Peach has like a nice tiara and like a dress, and Mario's just going around teaching them about the wheel and how to make fire, and it feels gross.
Canceling Toad wasn't worth this.
He's not canceled yet.
We've been bullying him all
We were bullying him. Honestly, it feels like they thought they were cooking, but they were just cooking dubious food. So I'm gonna give it a vermicelli because that's just like the yikesest pasta I could find.
All right. Next up, what I think most of you are waiting for, what most of my co-panelists call peak cinema. Yes, that's right. Starring the guy from Roger Rabbit, who's also Smee and Hook. He wanted to tank his career harder than Sean Connery did in Zardoz. That's right. I'm talking about Bob Hoskins from the Mario movie, live action. This movie was terrible.
You're outnumbered.
So, I mean, we got a random dude named Toad who gets thrown into a de-evolution machine and gets turned into, this is a Goomba. They have King Toadstool, which is an actual fungal infestation trying to poison out Bowser.
Checks out.
And then they use flying magic jet boots to jump. I don't remember that from the games.
Checks out.
I mean, the first half of the movie is just Mario being an angry Italian. The second half is just the Trump administration, the Bowser administration putting dissidents in cages. I mean, least the main heroine is Princess Daisy. Like, Luigi's really into you, like, that checks out, that makes sense. Mario helps set them up, but his girl isn't Peach, it's Daniela. Come on, guys, we failed this. Also, why do you name him Mario Mario? That's the worst. I hate it. I don't want to be Mario Mario. Give me an actual last name.
Listen,
I have to be Luigi Mario.
See, even worse.
it's my time to shine as of all of you, the one to step up to defend this masterpiece. It's me. I'm gonna give it the review it deserves. First of all, the setting, Dino Hatton, that's what it's called. It's awesome. It's basically Manhattan, but people know what crosswalks are. It's infinitely more interesting than the bland canyon or wherever Mario is set nowadays. The movie introduced one of the most intriguing and powerful Mario villains. That's right, Anthony Scapelli. Scapelli is the owner of Scapelli Construction, which currently rivals Mario's plumbing business. Unfortunately, he gets chimped at the end of the movie, so I wouldn't put any bets on him appearing in the next Mario Kart or whatever. But while we don't see him much in Mario anymore, we can at least see him in Jordan Peele's Nope. The movie also provides logical explanations for Mario mechanics. For example, how can Mario jump high? Easy answer, steam-powered jump boots.
No, there's no steam, right? This is natural.
We cannot jump that high.
I totally
You can? Show us.
Yeah, no, Mario just had breakfast. He's a little too heavy for that right now.
Yeah, you also had coffee. You're wired.
Not right now.
Speaking of steam-powered jump boots, the one thing I absolutely cannot forgive is the Bob-ombs. They've got Reebok sponsorships, although I'd expect nothing more from those short-fused nitwits, honestly. What bad?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the ban from the Scott Pilgrim versus the movie? Scott Pilgrim versus the World movie.
The sex Bob-ombs?
Yeah.
Hate them.
I knew it. He's racist. Natalie, do the thing.
I guess I have to defend the
Yeah.
live action movie now.
Well, and also cancel Thomas.
You're canceled,
What?
Thomas.
What does that mean?
Rogers.
Oh no, I'm missing. Okay, you're
You
canceled.
did it.
We canceled Toad. I'm so happy. Now I get to
Get
talk.
out of here.
Don't actually get out of
He can come back at his party.
All right. Now the best thing about this movie was all of the extra bits of characterization that we got, like Toad having a hobby, which is singing country music. This checks out with.
I can't believe he listens to Morgan Wallen. What's wrong with him?
Koopa's idiot cousins, Iggy and Spike, have a dynamic outside of Koopa. And this movie did more for Daisy than any other piece of Mario media by giving her an archaeology hobby. Also, instead of following Luigi, she gets to have some agency and chooses to stay in the dinosaur world to spend time with her father.
Wait. Are you really calling agency her just choosing to spend time with a different man?
It was the 90s, that was the best we could do.
Alright, well, I started this section, so I'm going to give it the pasta rating. And I'm going to give it a pasta rating with cheese pizza, because this movie has as much in common with Mario that pizza has with pasta. They're both vaguely Italian. That's all I'm giving.
So after the live action movie, which is widely considered to be art, right, everybody?
Yes.
Thank you. Beautiful. Shut up. You don't count. Mario mastered media, so there are very few appearances he had. One of them, though, was in 1995 when he returned with my second favorite Nintendo franchise, Kirby. Except it's just a 20-minute video teaching children kanji. Like, it's not even a crossover event. Mario and Kirby never meet each other. They have separate stories being told in parallel. And so I was going to review a different Kirby media bit for this. This is how I was going to do it. But this is slide 119 of 143, and I'm sure you did want more slides than that. So Kirby Masterpiece Theater is going to get a Stella pasta because they're little stars for a little Warp Star night. And I need to be clear, no, Kirby is not Wario's airplane. Wario just has a pink airplane, presumably because he stole it from Princess Morbucks from the Powerpuff Girls.
That's mindful.
Alright, and then there was kind of a drought with Mario media for a really long time. And then we got the new Mario movie.
So there's still a drought of Mario movies.
Sure,
No.
Mario didn't sound quite right, but it wasn't that bad. I liked it. We got a really grounded Mario. We get to see his family. He has a moderately successful business, and he hates mushrooms. What's more Mario than hating mushrooms? And they did the great decision, call back of putting the warp pipe in the sewers instead of like putting it under a dig site in Brooklyn. Who digs for dinosaurs in Brooklyn? All right. No, you don't need to dig.
I can do whatever I want. I'm an adult.
And then we gave us so many good spectacles. Like the Mushroom Kingdom is like a fantastically wonderful color, really great. We got to see the Kong Kingdom, really interesting, like the Brutal Gladiator, and we even got Rainbow Road, so lots of references for fans. We still made like a pretty simple movie for kids. That was good.
I mean, Charles Martinet was in it. I mean, they wouldn't do Mario's voice actor dirty by, I don't know, having him play Mario's disapproving father, or the guy who tells Chris Pratt he's doing a good job. If we're gonna criticize this movie, let's go all in. First, what was the budget for the music? They opened with Battle Without Honor or Humanity, the theme song from Kill Bill. And then within 5 minutes, we already have No Sleep Till Brooklyn. And it isn't even the first film to release that year with Chris Pratt in that song. After that, we get Holding Out for a Hero, but it's for a training montage instead of a climactic battle, and it isn't even the Shrek 2 version, the best version. And then they play Take On Me, which the music video for Take On Me is easy. If they played Take On Me for Mario going through the warp pipes in the Mushroom Kingdom, I would have been fine with it. But no, it's just cruising music. Sure, and then we get to star Rainbow Road, but they don't even play the original Rainbow Road song. They do their own OC Do Not Steal on that thing. At this point, sure, we do get the DK rap, but all I want to do is coconut gun my brains out. And then, look at what they did to my boy Luigi. The only Mario media to give him an ounce of respect was the live action film where he said gay rights. And y'all didn't even let me cover it. In this movie, what does he do? Glaze Chris Pratt? You already know how I feel about that shit. Glaze Chris Pratt, cry like a bitch, get damseled. You already know how I feel about that shit. And Chris Pratt's politics would not allow that to be in the movie. And then, what does Luigi have going for himself? He's tall. But he is shorter than that woman in the background. Why are you taking the only thing Luigi has? Nintendo, you know what you need to do. You need to bring back the year of Luigi, but this time it cannot end. Also, give Luigi a respectable voice actor, like Idris Elba.
I really don't like how Donkey Kong Country was styled after indigenous groups. Am I the only one who found that weird and pretty yikes?
No.
Also, the film's marketing deceptively portrays Peach as a girl boss before the movie kind of just walks it back and makes her another damsel. I mean, what did we expect from a character whose gimmick is being more kidnapped than we initially thought? Also, I hate how they brought King Bob not a bad character.
No more. Okay, honestly, I really didn't have much to say about this movie.
Yeah.
But nothing negative to say. Nothing positive either. Okay, I took some notes, but the only thing I wrote down is that Donkey Kong is just like Roby from Ninjago Dragons Rising. But I don't think I should talk about that now.
No, we have 1 minute.
We have 1 minute, so I have to posturate this. This film, it's angel hair pasta. Nice on its own, no substance.
All right, since we're wrapping up, we got just a minute left. Guys, can you please say something in the spirit of like Mario being positive? Say one nice thing about the new movie.
Well, I liked the ad that they made for the plumbing business. The entire movie could have just been this ad, I would have been happy. Universal appeal right here. A nostalgic song from the Super Show for us old people, and Mario and Luigi posing for a shock clickbait YouTube thumbnail for kids.
I like how the movie portrays accurate Nintendo Wi-Fi connection by having the blue shell not go to first place. I thought that was cool.
Mario did try to fly a bullet bill into the real world and attempt to do his very own 9/11, and that definitely wasn't on my Mario Bros. Movie bingo card. So Andrew, with that, I think we said something nice about the 2023 war crime. So I think you should say something nice about the 1993 artistic masterpiece.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're out of time.
Oh yes, it's so terrible. Yeah, okay. Thank you for coming to our panel. We hope you enjoyed it. Even though we started a little late, we hope you had fun. Thank you for coming. Enjoy your trip to Los Angeles, and maybe come see our other panel at
Yeah.
1:15.
So I believe we're in panel rooms 3 at 1:30. It is 5th Gen Isn't Pokemon, because I really don't like 5th Gen Pokemon, and I want to tell all of you about it.
And if you want a business card, feel free to come up and
Yeah,
grab one.
we
We
have business
them.
cards with QR codes. If you did not get a badge ribbon already, you can come up and we have badge ribbons. And thank you all for coming. And hopefully I'll see you later. If I don't, I'll cry a little.
Thank you guys again. It was fun.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, do you want me to stop and record?